The late afternoon sun streamed through the living room window, painting the worn armchair in a warm, golden light. Dust motes danced in the sunbeams, their silent waltz a stark contrast to the quiet stillness of the room. An old, knitted blanket lay draped over the armrest, a splash of colour against the faded floral patterns of the upholstery. The air hung heavy with the scent of memories, a bittersweet aroma that whispered of laughter shared and tears shed. The empty chair seemed to hold its breath, a silent sentinel guarding 1,000 untold stories. Each creak of the floorboards, every sigh of the wind seemed to echo with the weight of absence. Yet, within that emptiness, there lingered a palpable presence, a love story etched into the very fabric of the room. It whispered from the worn cushions, the faded photographs on the mantelpiece, and the lingering scent of pipe tobacco that clung to the air. He had first seen her in this very room, her laughter echoing like wind chimes on a summer breeze. Her eyes, sparkling with mischief and joy, had captivated him instantly. She had been a whirlwind of energy and laughter, her spirit as bright as the summer dress she wore. He, a quiet and contemplative soul, had been drawn to her vibrance like a moth to a flame. Their courtship had been a whirlwind of stolen glances, shared laughter, and whispered promises beneath the starlit sky. They danced in the living room, their laughter echoing through the house. He read to her in that old armchair, her head resting contentedly on his shoulder, as his voice painted worlds both real and imagined. Time, a relentless tide, had swept them along its currents, carrying them through the joys of raising a family and the quiet contentment of their golden years. The vibrancy of youth had mellowed into a quiet understanding, a love deepened by shared experiences and unspoken promises. But time, as it so often does, had also brought its share of sorrows. His once strong hands now trembled slightly, his steps a little slower. Yet her love for him remained unwavering, a beacon of strength in the gathering shadows. She tended to him with a gentle hand, her love a constant presence in the face of his failing health. Even when words failed, their eyes spoke volumes, their love a silent language understood only by them. Section 4. A final farewell, a promise kept. The day he left had dawned crisp and clear, the world seemingly oblivious to the profound sense of loss that had settled over their home. The funeral had been a blur of sombre faces and whispered condolences. She sat straight-backed, her face a mask of grief, her hand clutching a worn handkerchief. Yet, even in her sorrow, she drew strength from the memory of his love. She could almost hear his voice, soft and low, reminding her of his promise to always be with her. In the rustling leaves, the warmth of the sun on her face, the gentle breeze that carried the scent of the sea. Section 5. Memories linger, love remains. Now, years later, she sat by the window, her fingers tracing the faded patterns on the armrest of the empty chair. Her hair, once a vibrant auburn, was now the colour of spun moonlight, her face etched with the passage of time. But her eyes, though clouded with age, still held a spark of the love that had illuminated her life. Each wrinkle on her face, Each silver strand in her hair told a story of their love. She closed her eyes, and for a moment he was there beside her, his hand warm in hers. She could almost hear his laughter, feel his gentle touch on her cheek. The memories, bittersweet yet precious, washed over her, a poignant reminder of a love that transcended time and loss.